You study anatomy, perspective, and color theory your whole life, just to draw disproportionate characters, crooked buildings, and use weird colors that fit your art style. So first, let's recognize the elements that create an art style so we can create ours. So here we have Norman Rockwell. He likes to portray humorous situations. Like here we have the teacher and all the students wrote happy birthday wishes to her. Here we have this little boy which discovers the Santa Claus costume in the closet, and that's what I want you to think about. What is the theme that you like the most? But it's not only that. If you notice, his colors are very warm. So if we take this red here and this red in the stool, they are all of the same red. He also uses blue and green to create contrast. Here the green and the blue, and I put it side by side as a color palette. The colors have harmony. This creates his art style. Now here we have Mike Mignola. So you can see that the contrast is very strong. Another thing that is very interesting is that his characters don't have shoulders. We can call slumped shoulders. And his colors are very limited. Besides being dark, he also is a little cartoonish. And here if you see my illustrations, I also have my own color palette. My tones of blue are very similar to each other. And I also have my storytelling, which because I watched cartoons my whole life, my style is very cartoonish. But how you will create your art style just by drawing this illustration? Actually, you won't be drawing this one. You will create your own version, and it's all about choices. And the first choice that you will make is the art material that you prefer. I will use this pack of acrylic markers because I like the coverage. So I want you to start with a frame. We will work on a small format. Why? Because the larger the format, more time it takes for you to finish. And that serves for digital too. I'm not sure if you can see here, but I created a frame with very light HB pencil, but I will also put tape. And now I want you to do this, which is our room. But not so fast because there's a choice in here too. You can see that the perspective is not perfect, and that's a choice that I made. If you like to draw very straight and perfect with vanishing points, that's up to you. For the ground, we will draw a straight line until almost to hitting the end of our frame. And here's where I will choose to do my room a little bit crooked. So this line comes up and opens into a Y shape here and here. This comes down until we reach the edge of our canvas. I am a big fan of Edgar Allan Poe, and he has this poem called The Raven, and this illustration is about this poem, The Raven. So my suggestion to you is finding things that you like to do illustrations, adaptations about that. Now, one of the most important aspects of an art style, the color palette. We will choose two tones. When we finish the illustration, I will also show you how I put the design on my t-shirt using print-on-demand services like Printful, but more on that later. We have warmer colors coming from here until more or less like here. Then we have cooler tones coming from the green to the blue. And I will choose one color for my light, which will be a warm color, and another color for my shadows, which will be my cooler tones. So here's the color palette. We can begin painting. Your window doesn't need to be like mine here. You can have a round window or a rectangular window. I always start with a lighter color and build my illustration from there. Make sure to be as much relaxed as you can be. But if you are not feeling very loose, my suggestion is to warm up before start drawing. And when you start painting is where it comes another choice, which is the way you paint. I can paint like this, vertically. I can paint horizontally, very loose, like this, cross-hatching. I can paint in a way that I fill my entire page with color Use the same technique throughout the illustrations, from the beginning to the end. That creates consistency, but is not a rule that you should follow every time. Now another important part of an art style, which is light. So I use this light effect a lot, of light coming through the window. This became part of my style. I will do the same here, and the light will come from this white part of my window. Will go down until it hits the floor, and when it hits the floor it will change direction. But for the sake of stylizing my illustration, I think it will look better if it hit the floor and go through this direction. So you don't have to follow laws of physics, because you're creating something new, unless you are an artist that goes for realistic drawings. So now that I created my light, I will paint. Other artists might have another take on light. It all depends on what you like doing, what you are good at, and something that in the end when you look at it you feel proud. Now we go to the walls. That's my second shade of blue. And I already drew my character here in the corner. But you can do your own character if you want. And now that I finished all of my flat colors, I will start doing the details. This character will be just like a silhouette, so I'm not worrying too much about details. First I draw like a banana shape. I think I will draw taller because I want the raven to be taller than my character here. Here I will draw the eye, and I will not paint it over, so the eye has the color of my window. This I will do the beak, that one wing here, and another one here. You can create perspective in your art by drawing something in the foreground. So I will draw some furniture ornaments here in this part of the illustration with black. It's like something that you would find in an old house. And now I will paint. I will do it on this side too. Could be a table with books and things like that. Maybe a cup here, a feather. That will make sense with our raven. We have an apple here. Now we'll keep adding more details, always following my style characteristics. After I finish my drawings, I see that some of them have the potential of becoming a t-shirt, like this one. And today that's become very easy to do with print-on-demand services like Printful. I can go to the Printful website and load this design to turn it into a t-shirt or any other product. Then I can sell it to people who also enjoys my art. And print on demand means that you only pay for the platform when you make a sell, so you won't lose money at all. And this is what I do today when I create a new product. Create the design, buy it, then when it gets to my house, I start to announce that I have a new product so people can see it in my body, which is better than I just show a picture. It's very practical nowadays, because not so long ago you had to find someone to make the t-shirts, pack it yourself, you need to send to your client yourself. So that became a lot easier with print-on-demand services like Printful. Now I will take my white here and do a spider web. That maybe looks nice. I will do another one here, something like that. Yeah, now I can add the details on my poor guy here. Yeah, I can keep adding more and more details, and I will do that. So you can see that throughout this illustration I made a lot of choices, and all of these choices creates my art style. So after you do some illustrations like this, you will build up your style until you have something very recognizable. Yeah, it's getting kind of late, so I will speak more quietly. Thanks to Printful for sponsoring this video. If you want to develop even more your art style, I have a brand new course where I teach everything that you need to know to create your style from scratch. Much more than what I taught in this video. We go through colors, brushes, ideas, light, shadows. Every concept has an entire module dedicated to it. And at the end of the course, you have your own style book, which you can follow every time you create a new illustration. Link in the description. I will go to bed now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.